I feel like that game plan
okay,
is...
fine. I think it makes sense because Muerta is slower. You need to farm a longer time compared to the Razor.
To the chagrin of my teammates. I'm sure they'll be very pleased about that.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to work really well in parts, but I'm just saying it's good in competitive games. You know?
And do you think the Underlord is set up for success here? Because earlier on we saw Gamer Legion with what looked like a perfect Underlord game and noticed already drawing first blood. God damn. Yeah. Well, it's gone in a completely different direction than what we expected because you were saying that, oh, you know, this Muerta and Largo lane, it's so scary. Right, level 2, the Largo and Muerta are gonna kill you, but instead it's the Largo and Muerta who are the ones being slain up here.
Probably gonna see some Mjolnir on the Razor.
This lane continuing to be a bit of a struggle here for Mr. X Nova. Oh my goodness. Okay, are you just dead? There comes a rotation from Maladich. Offers a blood grenade. Offers a second blood grenade. Frogstorm gonna come through, but he had a Lotus in the back pocket. Notice, looking to be fine here. You need one more lick. Pull him back in. Find the kill, but it's rough.
Oh no. That was a huge price to pay for the Underlord. Like, Treant Protector is perfect for that. And now he's deciding to stay just in case Ame TP's back and he can just kill him again.
Shira Jr. is connecting as well. Arcane Rune snatched up by the Kunkka. We haven't looked at the mid lane matchup at all. But it's going to be the Kunkka who gets the first blow. Cuts down FY, and this top lane feels so dangerous for Ame. Just can't really afford to show. The Kunkka's finally going to go back to the mid lane, but with the Shadow Shaman looming around along with Malady, you gotta watch where you poke your head out.
This is not really feeling good for Xtreme Gaming right now. Another shackle, another kill, they need backup.
It's coming in the form of the Tiny, but he's got to TP straight into a pit just in time to see X Nova die. Nothing to say, looking for a tossback, but the pit gonna clip a second time, and Notice is just gonna walk away freely. Xtreme Gaming, all their efforts are being pulled up to this top lane, and it's causing their game plan to unravel.
Like all these little moves that you see on your screen right now, if the Mars has a TP and Arena, he just comes down and he gets a kill with Arena.
But the problem is he had to TP just to get back to his tower, and that's not even gonna save him. Struck down by the lightning, Watson and Shira Jr. with the dive. I mean, top lane's bleeding, bot lane's bleeding.
Using the two supports to be bodyguards for the Muerta at top because she can't sit in the lane. And again, another TP to top lane.
They're gonna try. On to Notice here. The Underlord is absurdly tanky, but they're gonna try and come through with the toss. Shira Jr. ready to try and help his ally out, but doesn't actually manage to save him. The boat comes out aggressively instead, setting up for Torrent and getting the return kill onto FY. 1-for-1 trade, but they get what they came for. Razor coming through to the top lane. Pierce the Veil used. He can't strike the Muerta. You'll pull her back into the safety of the tower, but now Shira Jr. can set up potentially for a swing. Still Pierce the Veil duration, keeping her alive, and they can't find her through the tree lines. But Malady, with a beautiful Nature's Grasp, holds on to nothing to say, leaving him nowhere to run, and the Tiny will get caught as well. Yandex doing a great job swarming all over this top lane. They kill off the Tiny. Now Xtreme Gaming will finally connect to the Mars. Look for XSS to set up the arena, and the rest of the gang coming through. Watson will get FY tossed in onto him. You need the arena to come out with a Hex. Stops that. Stops it. I mean, now you're just shackled up. Watson can steal away all the damage, and you don't get a single kill. You lose your core. You lose your support. Nice toss back. Nothing to save. The save will prevent the core death. Now you have yourself another shackle. That's a bit too deep under the tower now. Max range shackle indeed, but nothing else to be found. So nice plays there from the Tiny to salvage that situation. I would say Spirit. Maybe people underestimated Mira a lot during their successful times. It definitely wasn't the start of the show back then. Watson finally will get caught though, so they come back down here and they get the job done. That's what they wanted at the start, before they got foiled by Saksa.
Oh, Shira Jr. is alone.
Arena available.
No spear yet.
What is he doing here? That shot doesn't connect. Have a toss, spear. Very tanky on the Kunkka. They're just trying to run away.
That was a huge blunder by Shira Jr. Why was he actually... It kind of helps you farm a little bit, but it also helps you fight, you know, so you can actually come to these early fights.
I don't know whether they're actually interested in taking the early fights because Yeah, they're
well.
not really in a position to stand their ground. Held in place even through the Pierce the Veil with nowhere to run. No mages for you to slay. You're the only one drop into the deck. Stay dead.
Yeah, the lanes are just not really going out fast enough, you know. They don't really have a lot of like wave clear with their heroes. I think that somebody just has to push out aggressively. They're gonna get a toss back. Spear.
Watson's left behind, sticking around to try and farm. The rest of XG will corner him and get themselves a very nice victory feast.
So greedy. He was farming in front of the tier 2. This is similar levels of blunder of the Conquer in the enemy jungle just now.
20 minutes on the clock. Not arriving earlier to this. Smoke's gonna break. Looking for a target. It's actually Satsa who manages to jump away. Still getting caught by nothing to save. There's a nice pit from the Aghanim's. XSS can set up for a nice arena, but Watson on the front, Chira on the back. This is trouble for XG as they get pushed away from this fight. The Razor still chasing on forward. Army's already made the call. I'm out of here. TP away, but Satsa will deny it, and the initial target will help his team find another. Torrent stops that channel through the Twin Gate, and Chira Jr. will net himself a third. Pull back in and Tormentor for free.
That was the best Fiend's Gate I've seen this week. Yeah, I don't know about him, you know, being merciful when there's a lot on the line, you know. I think at this point, there's not much yet, you know, the group stage, but if it's an elimination game, let's see, yeah.
I mean, this group stage is not very forgiving either. X-Nova. He will escape that previous encounter, but now gets wrapped up in the trees, nowhere to run, washed away by the tides. I feel like usually frogs are pretty happy underwater, but this time he sinks. Got eyes onto Mr. FY. Nice little dodge on the Torrent. He actually manages to escape. Okay, at least one of the supports on XG gets out. You got a toss back. BKB immediately. Watson is right in there, and he's happy to take this fight. No way that XSS can stand up against him, and now nothing to say as to try and run for the win. Looking for an angle, perhaps trying to get lucky like FY. Caught in the trees by the overgrowth. Nowhere left to run. Nothing to say, will get grinded to a pulp. If he was playing right now, let me tell you, Spirit first picking, Treant Protector every single game.
No, bro, if he's playing now, he's never gonna get that hero.
That's true. Catch onto FY. Instant Hex. Instant
Nobody
death.
in their right mind would give Miposhka his Treant Protector if it's this busted right now.
Nothing to say, it's caught in the mid lane. Another pit straight onto the Tiny. Into a couple of bolts. Yeah, why not? Pick off after pick off after pick off as Yandex continue to exert their dominance on the map, leaving Xtreme with nowhere to breathe.
He's trying to be sneaky, but he's spotted by the ice every time, you know. And there's gonna be a TP trying to find him, and he's dead because the ice gave them ample time to react. Yeah, where is the gem? You know, you can't play.
Where is the gem? Everywhere you look, there's a tree looking right back at you. Not a good feeling.
I like it how you're trying to make it a song.
Yeah, they got themselves a nice little cliff wall. Trying to play around that now on
This is the
Xtreme
only
Gaming.
place they can stay. Oh boy.
But yeah, FY
Alright.
walks into another Eye of the Forest, and XSS walks into an X Marks.
I mean, I don't understand how they're supposed to play without a gem. I just don't. Now you lost this last obs or what? I mean, there's just no way right now.
We're on the right track, okay? So you were saying Army needs 1 hour of farm, 10 minutes ago. Army might just be dead though. BKB shackles, Muerta being forced up all the way back. Notice there if the pit still should be able to get the Pierce the Veil off. Army doesn't press that ultimate, finally comes through, but the magic damage kills him off. He has a buyback available, but no ultimate, and honestly, XG, they just have nothing to give. Nothing to say, being controlled under his own tier 4 towers. Torrent will toss him up in the sky. Tinies don't belong in the air. They're trying to put people up in the air. Now you're being planted in the dirt. Yandex trampling all over Xtreme Gaming in this best of 1. The Chinese side just seems like they don't stand a chance, Winter. Okay, 37 minutes is all it takes. FY, start clearing out these trees, baby. You know how it goes.
The gem! Let's celebrate the gem.
Let's go. We have never been more back. Chira Jr. on the front lines. Nice little setup.
He's gonna lose the gem.
X-Nova Okay.
Run! Oh no, the gem!
FY, get the hell out of there.
Have mercy, he just
FY,
bought the
please!
gem.
FY, please! No!
Alright, GG.
Okay, yeah, well, this one's, that was a short-lived gem purchase. You said 37 minutes, barely lasted 1 minute. GG's call, yeah, I mean, Xtreme Gaming, they know they don't stand a chance. That was kind of a sad way to end things. I mean, I was kind of hoping for a Muerta late-game masterclass from Lord Army, but instead, it's Yandex quite literally stomping.
I think you already mentioned it. They were not flexible with the Tiny, and I think that was the downfall. Right? When you pick Tiny early, and you don't have a backup option to play him as a support, and you can only play him as core, that itself is like a very, very, very bad